My brother turned to me probably about 5 minutes ago, and he said that he's never been happier in his entire life. And it got me a little, teary-eyed, because I love him so much. And you really changed his life around, and you made him so happy. So thank you for just making him the happiest. I mean, I've never seen him happier, so thank you for that. I want to give, I want to introduce myself. For those of you who don't know me, my name is John. I'm one of Dan's younger brothers. For those of you who do know me, I'm John. One of Dan's younger brothers. That's stupid. I shouldn't have done that. No, but I also want to thank everybody for being here tonight. This is a very special moment for them and for everyone to come out. I know that they are very happy and excited to have, well, most of you, a couple sprinkled in, you know who you are. And I just want to thank the parents of the bride and the groom, Mr. and Mrs. Laverso, Mr. and Mrs. West, my mom and dad. That wasn't a joke. The hard work you put into this day and the hard work you put into raising these two wonderful people is apparent in so many ways. So thank you for that. We wouldn't be here without you guys. So I'm going to start talking about this guy. Danny and I, believe it or not, we met for the first time in the late 80s. I was an infant, so I really don't remember that guy. But he was there to, show me the ropes. And I'll never forget all the good times that we had. Whether it was playing hockey in the front yard with our friends and rollerblades, or setting booby traps up in the basement like we were Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone, which actually got us into trouble one night. We may have been 6 or 8 years old, and we saw that movie, and we went into the basement and we set all these booby traps up, just in case a burglar came. John and Dan to the rescue. So we went to bed, and we woke up to a loud scream, maybe early in the morning, and we thought maybe we caught a burglar. And in fact, we did. This burglar was a 5'4" Italian woman named Eleanor. And she was a little upset because she got hit in the face with a paint can. Came swinging from the ceiling. We were just happy and fortunate that she didn't pull the light switch because we had a bullet torch connected to that. She wouldn't have that hairdo today. So please thank Danny for that later. Our best years were definitely our college years, or I should say his college years, because I just showed up for the parties and fun. And then when school started, I was like, all right, well, I gotta go. So that's so stupid. Stay in school, kids. I'm back in school now. It really stinks. But it was then Danny earned his nickname Jack Danny. For those of you who know Danny very well, when he has a Jack and Coke or 2 or 3, he changes a bit. He's never been one to become violent of any sort, but he definitely has tendencies to disappear. So Bart said, please keep the Jacks away from him, because this is definitely not a night for him to disappear. I don't think Andrew would like that. Just a couple quick stories, and I'm going to keep this as short and sweet as I can, but one night we all went out, and this is kind of when we discovered this kid as Jack Danny, and we couldn't find him, no one could find him anywhere, right? And we're like, oh my God, where did he go? We're like, well, you know what, maybe he just went home, called an early night. We get back to the house, he's nowhere to be found. And I'm like, oh my God, where is he? So we sent a search party out, right? And we finally find them in a pile of snow outside of a hot dog stand. And we had hot dogs there earlier, so I was like, all right, maybe he went back for seconds. But thankfully, he didn't have hypothermia, and he was all right. Another time, a police car pulled up to the house at 2 a.m. and we couldn't find him. I'm like, oh my God, officers, listen, officers, whatever he did, I apologize. So they're like, who, Danny? The kid's a peach. We saw him walking down the street. He had one shoe on. We thought we'd bring him home. And I was like, Danny, who took your shoe? He's like, someone stole it. I'm like, no one steals one shoe. He's like, that was a nice shoe. One thing I want to make clear, though, if you guys don't know when they first met, I think I had a lot to do with it. Danny was a single man looking for love, and he came to me, you know, the love guru, and he was like, John, you know, I want to find someone. I was like, of course, man, everybody does. You should try this website called Plenty of Fish. I was like, I met my girlfriend Caitlin. Hi, babe. You should try it out. And he's like, no, I don't know about these dating websites. I spent like almost $8,000 on Match, and I'm like, what? I'm like, can you do credit on yourself? And then, so stupid. So he's like, you know, it's been a few months, you know, I haven't found anybody. And I'm like, well, you should probably change your name from Brown Eyed Girl to something a little more, you know, stubbly. And I knew something special happened because he called me one day. I was living in Houston, Texas, and he said, I met this girl. And I was like, that's great. And he was like, she's nice, she's beautiful, she makes me laugh, we have so much in common. And I knew immediately that there was something special. I was still living in Texas, and he gave me a call, and he was like, John, I really want you to meet her. I'm like, I know you do, but I'm 1,100 miles away, and tickets are kind of expensive. Unless you're paying, I'll come. But, so he was like, well, what about Skype? And I was like, or FaceTime. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do a FaceTime. So when I hung up, I was like, oh my God, what am I going to wear? So for the first time we met was on FaceTime. It was me, Caitlin, and Danny, and it was awesome. We got to meet her, and it was so much fun. And he was like, well, you know, when are you going to be home? And 2 months later, I got to meet her for the first time. And she made us dinner, and she was so sweet. And I just saw in Danny's face how happy he was. So that was terrific. But Danny, to get serious here, so no more laughs. Danny, you're my best friend. I love you so much. Me and Danny have this thing where we kind of say this, whether we're in the dumps or whatever's going on with our lives, and we always say that it's me and you against the world. And no matter what happens, we're there for each other. And although I'll always be there for you, it's you two against the world now. And I love you, man. So if everyone could just raise their glasses and toast to Danny and Andrea. I wish you guys a lifetime of happiness and health.